Hello, I'm James and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be playing a game of Shroud as a Silent Mist versus Sweden 6. And if you like these videos and want to see more, then please like and subscribe to the channel. Okay, so what have we got here? We have got mountain starting, which is okay, and a jungle royal backing, which is probably the least favourite option for the royal backing because none of the jungles had buildings in them. So it would have been nice to come up on the explore, but we haven't had sands turn 1, so let's just be grateful for that. So what can we do here? It is a bit of an interesting. Okay, actually we've had jungle royal backing, so I think it'll be okay. But I was going to say that probably land 4 is going to just end up blighting, and then it's going to mining rush, where the only option is going to be in land 5. It's always a bit dangerous against Sweden when there's only one option for the mining rush, because that if that comes up during the build phase on the next explore, it's pretty rubbish. But we don't have that situation, so we could just stop land 3 using the fog closers in and flowing to kind of damage the town, maybe finish it off with suffocating shroud. Or we could do dissolving vapors in land 4 to damage everything and then just stop the ravage with unnerving pole. Which means we wouldn't get suffocating shroud in the slow phase to stop a build, though that's only going to be important if wetland comes up. We're not going to get lost in the swirling haze either, which I would quite like to get to move the Dahan from land 1 into land 8, so at least none of those are going to escalate. Which is interesting. So okay, we'll go with the standard, well, the slightly more standard opening, I think, with flowing and silent form start by and the fog closes in. And the idea is we need to use Lost in the Swirling Haze to push the Dahan out of land 1, so we need to start moving presence towards there. So we'll go via land 8 to get some fear. And then I think we'll have just enough powers. Not really. Not really. I was going to say just enough powers to position our presence to kind of stop this ravage in land 3. I guess we only need one adjacent presence if our goal is to sort of hit the town. But yeah, it depends. Okay, so it just depends if we want to, finish off the town with suffocating shroud so we don't have to deal with that ravage, or do we leave it damaged, sort of prevent the ravage with unnerving pole and use suffocating shroud to stop the build in land 6? I don't know, so we'll do Lost in the Swirling Haze first and move the Dahan into land 8 to stop that escalation. Now, because there are Dahan here, I think I want to stop this build with Suffocating Shroud, because if we get a wetland on the first stage too, it's going to escalate, and then those Dahan, one of them will turn into a town as well, which is just going to be really annoying. So we'll do a very basic use of the fog closes in land 3 to just hit this town, and I have to push this Dahan to I'm gonna move it towards land 6, but via disease, so maybe the disease will kill it before Sweden gets to it. Okay, and now we're going to play Unnerving Pole. We're going to defend land 3. We're going to accept the 2 blight in land 4, and we're going to have to mining rush out of there as well. So yeah, let's do it. So we get another miner. These are all quite expensive, but we can play these alongside Unnerving Pole. I suppose we'll just do Call to Tend. It's really the only one that's going to do anything. It can actually heal the blight out of land 8, so it's not completely useless. And we will put presence into land 7 is probably not going to be something that we can deal with, unfortunately. Which means when this one blights, it's going to mining rush into land 6, putting these 2 Dahan at risk of escalation again. I wonder, yeah, if we went with the water, we would get lost in the swirling haze again, which would allow us to push a Dahan from land 2 into land 6, just to completely shut down all of Sweden's escalation nonsense. But I think that's a bit too risky to be going up that top track just for that. So I'm going to stay out of land 7, and then I'm going to play Call to Tend. I'm going to play Unnerving Pole, and we're going to move our presence out of land 4 so it doesn't die. Okay, so Unnerving Pole, let's gather like this and remove invaders from Ravage. Right, so we've got the Struggles of Growth, which is quite nice because I think both of these would be good options, to be honest, in a way. Do we want a power card or 2 energy more? I think we can probably get away with forgetting Dissolving Vapors, though it can be useful. It can be quite useful later on, I think, and comboing it with stuff. But having 2 energy would go a long way. Because, yeah, I don't think I'm going to forget any of the other cards. Okay, so we'll leave behind, we'll forget Dissolving Vapors. And we can move some presence around. I suppose we'll just go in to be with more Dahan and spread out a bit. Okay. And we get a Fear of the Disease, and we get some defense. Okay, Scapegoat, so we get to kill off a few explorers. It doesn't mean that much, but it's something. So yeah, heavy mining and mining rush out of land 4 as expected, and jungle did come up straight after that, which is a bit scary because we're going to be looking at two city builds now. Okay. Yeah, 2 city builds plus a mining rush even this turn. So we're going to reclaim. We're going to go for a minor power, and we've got Haunted by Primal Memories, which is pretty nice. It's an air card with defend 3. The only other non-fire card is kind of going to add some blight to the board. It does add strife, so you know, if we did it in land 1 or something like that, then it would only be the town that's still ravaging, and in fact we could damage it. We could damage the town with the 1 damage, making it skippable with Unnerving Pole. But obviously, you know, we could just do the Fog Closes in to damage a bit of everything and skip it with Unnerving Pole without going to such extremes of adding Blight with Diametamorphosis. Because I imagine that's what the plan's going to be in land 5. Fog Closes in, followed by Unnerving Pole. So land 1 kind of needs its own solution. Yeah, because the town would still ravage, even if we added the Blight with Diametamorphosis, I think... I mean, the Badlands is quite nice. I mean, potentially we would be able to then get the town with Suffocating Shroud in the slow phase, as opposed to just, you know, we pick up Haunted by Primal Memories and try and do a defend 3. Again, the Dahan situation is going to be not very good next turn, and I don't think there's anything we can do. Maybe I should have got that water and pushed the Dahan from land 2 into land 6. Okay, I'm gonna try Diametamorphosis. I'm gonna try it, and the idea is we would play this and the Fog Closes in, and this should let us do quite a bit of damage in land 5. As long as we have 3 adjacent presence, we'll be okay. So let's get out of land 1 because we don't want to be in there anyway. Okay, so Investigation of Dangers. This is interesting because we get to use a slow power fast, actually. So if we did Diametamorphosis in land 1 now, the disease would actually mean the city doesn't get built, and then we can just strafe the town, which is quite nice, as opposed to waiting and then jumping in there and killing the town with suffocating shroud. Is that better? Probably. It probably is. It probably is just better, right? You know, who knows when that disease is going to be useful again. So let's let's do that right now. So town is no. Yeah, I guess we'll damage the town as well. Why not? And then we strife it. Okay. Oh, actually no, I'm going to kill the explorer. I'm really worried because we haven't seen the explorer yet, and if coast comes up, everything will be ruined. Oh, it adds a wilds though. Does add a wilds. I don't know what the probability is though that we're going to actually be able to milk any fear in this land, but I suppose I'll leave the possibility open. So, okay, we're going to have to destroy presence, which is a bit scary for Shroud. Okay, and it was as foretold. They immediately mining rush into escalation, even though I really tried to stop the escalation in land 6. But okay, the fog closes in. We can just use in land 5, and then yeah, I think we can get an energy if we just suffocating Shroud. I suppose we'll do it in land 6 because it's closer to coming up. And then at the same time, we will gather presence into land 3. Now we have 3 lands with damaged invaders, which means 3 fear and an energy for us. But yeah, we don't have dissolving vapors anymore to kind of make use of it. Okay, so we're in big trouble. We've got land 7, which has already got 2 blight in it and is about to ravage for a lot. Kind of similar situation in land 6. See, if we had dissolving vapors, we could just unnerving pole land 5, maybe let land 6 go, and then dissolving vapors in land 7 to reclaim unnerving pole and skip that. But that option is gone. Now we could go up to 3 card plays, which we do need to do at some point, and play everything that we've got, which would actually it wouldn't give us a second tier of suffocating Shroud, which is not great. It wouldn't even give us any blight healing with, well, I guess we could push Dahan around with Loss in the Swirling Haze and then heal the blight. Okay, I'm just not convinced that if we go for a power card, it's going to be worth not having the 3 plays available to us. So yeah, okay. So we'll do Unnerving Pole in land 5. So remove invaders from the Ravage, and then yeah, we can just save our presence in that land as well, potentially, because this one is blighted, which means when we destroy it, we just push it into an adjacent land. Okay, remnants. So I think, yes, we'll craft a warding, let's do it, and we'll forget Dire Metamorphosis. So we've got a defend now if we need it. And we can add a strife in a land with Dahan. Okay, let's try and make land 6 a bit less bad then. And the explorer from land 1 went anyway. Okay, so these Ravagers were okay. And Sands is up now, so we got another escalation. It's a bit annoying. I feel like I did try really hard to avoid these, but yeah, I don't know. Maybe I should have gone for that water. I would be at 2 more Dahan and 2 fewer towns. Anyway, so the problem is escalation is still a thing in... Oh no, jungles come up. It's only a possibility in mountain. So we can push this Do we want to push this Dahan into a jungle to clean up the blight? I don't know. Okay, well, Suffocating Shroud hit the city, and then Lost in the Swirling Haze. I'm just going to spread the Dahan out. I think maybe the event will be kinder to us in Land 6 if there's a Dahan in there. I don't know. And we'll remove the blight from Land 1. Although it would probably make more sense to remove from Land 5. Okay, let's do that. I will take it out of Land 6. Just because Land 1 has got lots of good stuff in it already. Okay. So we're moving along the fear track. That's something. And we're reclaiming. We need something special. Probably not a major power though. I mean, we do kind of need a major power, but we have so few cards. It's quite scary. And I mean, yeah, we're playing Unnerving Pole. We're probably playing the Fog Closers in, so we're going to gain an energy off the card. So it would have to be a max of a 3 cost. Whereas if we just got a defense miner, it would still struggle. It would probably still really struggle in Land 7. We'd need probably Nature's Resilience or something that good. I'm going to have to go with a major because the sands are also up next turn, and those are also completely out of control. So we've got Paralyzing Fright. So we'll just take it. But it does mean, oh, I forget we have this Great Warding. It does mean we won't be able to afford one of our 1-cost cards this turn. I imagine we want to play it. Yeah, maybe we skip Unnerving Pole. And then, yeah, we just have to let Land 6 blight. There's nowhere left a Mining Rush, which is something. I'll say that. Okay, so Paralyzing Fright in Land 7. And we can Flowing and Silent Forms dart by in Land 7 as well for the blight card. So we don't actually destroy it, we just push it. And Influx of Settlers, or Lethargy and Degeneration. Skip the first Ravage action. That sounds great. So we'll destroy 2 presents. Oh wait, we don't have to. No, the Ravage is being skipped whatever we do. It's just we can either add a blight or destroy 2 presents. Okay, in that case I will add a blight to Land 6. That's way better than 2 blight. So no Ravages this turn, which is handy. Add a Strife in the land not matching a Ravage card, and then invaders take damage. Okay. So let's get this city in Land 2. And we got another Ravage kit, which we don't need. Defend 6 on the coast, fine. So they built a city in Land 8 and the mountains have now explored. Okay. What do we want to do? So we've finally got a good tier of Suffocating Shroud. It would be good to kill some things. We're not going to have the energy for Paralyzing Fright again, so we're going to have to find some new solutions to our problems. Which, yeah, I suppose we could come into Land 8 with Suffocating Shroud. For some reason, I thought we had enough presence to be in every land, but I don't think we quite do. So what we do is we damage the town, and then the second tier kills everything off. Now land 2 is sorted. We can do Lost in the Swirling Haze to just gather this presence and push. We'll push the Dahan into land 2 so it can kill the city in the counterattack. And then if we do the Fog Closes in land 8 and bring another presence, I think we've now got, how many lands do we have with damaged things? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So are we going to get 2 energy off this? That's crazy. Maybe we will be able to play Paralyzing Fright if we want. And I'm just going to move the Dahan into land 1. I'm just keen to avoid the potential reckless offense where if there's 2 Dahan and 2 buildings in a land, they're going to destroy them and add blight. Okay. So wait, did we get 7 fear off that? Let me watch that again. I was not paying attention. So we push into land 1. Okay, so we get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And yeah, 2 energy. Oh no, we get 5 fear, it's capped. But the energy is not capped, which is really nice. Okay. So we could go up to the Reclaim 1 and get the Fog Closes in back. We'd be having quite a weak turn in terms of dealing damage because Suffocating Shroud would only do 1 damage. Or we could Reclaim, and then we could also play Flowing and Silent Forms Dart by. Because yeah, they're going to build a city in land 3. But I think it's going to be okay because we're going to have quite a lot of energy after this, I think. So we'll be able to use Paralyzing Fright next turn, and if not, the Great Warding I think will cover us if we Suffocating Shroud. It will nearly cover us. Yeah, okay. So we reclaim. Yeah, we're going to get 2 energy during time passes. We'll have enough for Paralyzing Fright for sure. So Unnerving Pole in land 8. Remove invaders from Ravage. We actually have to destroy presence. That's okay. Widening Destruction. So we can add a blight or destroy 2 presence. So we just have to destroy presence then. Because, well, we'll lose at least 1 presence anyway. Yeah, we're going to have to let some of these invaders heal now, which is pretty sad to be quite honest. Probably, yeah, land 1 and land 2. We'll let those ones go. Because yeah, land 2 should empty out anyway. Right, remove stuff from a land with presence. Or a city from a land with a sacred site. Should we just get rid of the town in land 3 so they don't build a city there? Downgrade something on the coast. I mean, I think this town is kind of being let go anyway, so sure. Okay, so we ignore 2 invaders in land 8, land 2 successfully ravages, and Asan's Mountains explore. Interesting. We don't actually have enough adjacent presence to kill off the extra explorer in land 4 with the Fog Closes in, but the plan was actually to Paralyzing Fright this land anyway. So yeah, if that's what we're going to do, I guess I should just use the Fog Closes in land 3. Yeah, if I want to get an adjacent presence in land 2, I'm going to have to take one out of somewhere where it's stopping the invaders from healing. which I don't know if that's what I want to do. Because I guess one explorer can survive and the Ravage won't be the end of the world. Okay, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 lands currently with damaged stuff, so I just want to get that up to 5. So maybe we Suffocating Shroud in land 4. And then, yeah, Fog closes in land 3 and we just kill 2 things. I think that's acceptable. Yeah, even if they do blight, we can just handle it. We've got 3 left on the card, so we're reclaiming. We're going for a minor power. We're finally going to have 5 cards in hand, and I think we'll just go for Reaching Grasp since it doesn't have any fire on it. So Paralyzing Fright, Unnerving Pole, and yeah, Flowing. Just to fight against the blight card. Oh yeah, 4 card plays. Okay, so Reaching Grasp, and then we can upgrade our tier of Suffocating Shroud, which is great. So, Sacred Site, sure. So land 4 is skipped. I guess we'll just go back where we came from. Land 3 is skipped. And we'll gather in here because we're going to have to push one out in the Blighted Island step. So Presence is protected as well. Okay, so we destroy this and push it. And now we've got Focused Farming. Oh no, Essence. Essence disperses. So we can forget a card or lose 2 energy. It's like a worse version of the Struggles of Growth that we had earlier. Oh, but we could do some blight healing if we lose 2 energy. I mean, we don't even have any energy to lose. So yeah, if we just pretend to lose Presence in land 4 because we can't actually destroy it, we just push. Oh wait. In the land where you destroyed Presence, is it because I didn't actually destroy it, I don't get to return the blight to the box? That would make sense. Okay. Fine. So, remove an invader from a land matching a Ravage card. Sure, I'll just stop them building another city in land 3. Remove something from any land. Okay, we'll just stop them building in land 3. Gather up to things into lands with 2 or more invaders. Okay, we'll take stuff out of land 4, but I don't think it matters. So much pushing. No, I think we're good. We just want to keep the invaders spread out so we can get that last bit of fear off them. And Mountain Jungle. Okay, that seems quite easy. So, Suffocating Shroud. Okay, how many lands do we have with damaged things? 5. That is fine. And we actually can't get 6. So we're only going to get 1 energy. Oh, but we're just going to win. We're just going to win during time passes. Let's not overthink it. So, Suffocating Shroud. And then, yeah, Lost in the Swirling Haze. Cool, and we should just win during time passes. Okay, so are we done? We are done. Okay, so that was Shroud versus Sweden 6. Yeah, I mean, I think it must be a good matchup because it did feel like lots of bad things were happening. I'll tell you what was really helpful though. It was this event, the Struggles of Growth. I think getting that 2 energy took us a very, very, very long way, to be honest. We did have to forget Dissolving Vapors for it, which we probably wouldn't have been able to afford to play, but yeah, it did just mean we were able to accelerate a bit further as we could afford to actually play our power cards. Yeah, and the Explorers, I don't think they were really the best, to be honest, but we got through it anyway. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed it and see you next time.